It's been, a year or two since you've been in here?
Yeah. I think I was 12 when I came in here last.
13, I think. No.
12 or 13. No.
Well, when did you start branching out into country music?
It's always been around me. My parents are big country music fans, so the country music station where I'm from back in Ontario was always on. It was always in the background. It was always the music that was playing. So, it's always been around me. But when I started to think about doing this professionally, the one thing about music for me that really drew me to it was the content of the songs, the storytelling of the songs. There's lots of great music out there, but country music really is the genre that tells stories. And I decided that I want to tell stories with my music, and country music is where that fit in. So that was the biggest thing for me that just kind of led me to country music, and I love it. It's like one big family, and that makes me very happy.
The singles that you like to release are based mostly on your life experiences.
Yeah, well, it's very true. I love songwriting. It's one thing for me to kind of help me get through things and help me work through whatever's happening in my life, and songwriting is how I kind of get those feelings out. So you're very right. A lot of my songs are about very specific things that sometimes gets me in trouble, but at the end of the day, I think the more that I relate to what I'm singing about, the more that the fans and the listeners are going to really connect to it.
Let's talk about the success you've had so far in your young career, and I emphasize young career. How old are you now? 18, 19?
19 now.
Wow,
yeah.
Okay. You sang with the great George Canyon with Story of My Life. Wicked tune, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a remake, but it's a great song.
Thank you.
You toured with Emerson Drive. What has the last few years been like for you?
The last few years have been incredible. Like I said, I'm only 19. I've only really been doing this for 2 years, and I've gotten to tour with Emerson Drive. I've gotten to tour with George Canyon. I've gotten to open shows for Sam Hunt and Alan Jackson, which was one of the biggest things. And
that must have been sweet.
One of my parents and my grandparents' most proudest moments in their eyes, because Alan Jackson is Alan Jackson.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's the man, and I got to open up a show, direct support for him. Right before he went on, I was up on that stage, so that was pretty incredible. And yeah, I've just gotten to do so many cool things. I got nominated for my very first Canadian Country Music Association Awards, so it's now kind of official. I'm an official CCMA nominee artist. So the fact that this has been only going on for about 2 years, I feel very lucky.
Now, you also have a brand new album debut record coming out.
Yeah.
Next year? Early next year?
Early next year. It's been a long time. I think about 2 years in the works. It's taking a long process, but the way I look at it is an artist's career is kind of like their novel. And the first record that you put out is the first chapter. And if you don't catch people's attention or keep their interest with the first chapter, they're not going to want to keep reading your book. So
right.
I've been very picky and very patient with this album, because I wanted to make sure that when people listen to it, they're going to want to keep reading, and they're going to wait for the next chapter and wait for the next chapter and just keep interested. So early in the next year, it'll be out. But it's almost done. It's almost done.
Songwriter and singer Jordan McIntosh on the show this afternoon. Now, tell us about the work that went into that album, Jordan.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. You start with the writing process. I go to Nashville, and I'll spend a month and a half, 2 months there, and every day I'm just writing. Writing about what's going on, and writing about my life, or what other people are going through, or what I think people want to hear sometimes. And you get a good collection of songs together, and then you get in the studio and you start writing. I think the longest part of the process is once I'm done recording is getting the sound right. Mm-hmm. People hear the songs on the radio, and I don't know if they realize that how many versions of the song that I listen to before the final one gets put out to you guys. Right. So it's a long process, but I never complain about it. I have so much fun with every single step. Because every single step I take a look back and go, I am making music for a living.
Sure.
This is great. This is something that I've wanted to do for my life, and I'm actually getting to do that. And I'm very lucky for that. So I have fun with it. I try and keep it personal, and I keep it me, and I keep it real and authentic to who I am, and just have some fun.
Story of My Life, of course, you sang that with the great George Canyon.
Yeah.
How did you guys get together and sing that song?
Well, when I went on tour with him for his Decade of Hits tour, last fall, but a year ago, and we actually sang that song as a duet on the end of his show. We sang "Story of My Life," which is kind of my generation song, and then we sang Folsom Prison Blues, which is kind of his generation of songs, of music. And we sang at the end of the show, and the tour ended, and to be honest, it was his idea. He was like, why don't we record that and put it out there and, see what happens? And I'm like, all right, sure. But I'm very happy because I'm almost certain that I'm the only one that can say that I got George Canyon to sing a One Direction song. And I'm pretty sure he had no idea who they were before I came along.
November 6th, a couple days from now, you join Mr. Brad Kissel on the Airwaves tour. That must be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The first tour I ever did was about 2 years ago when I first started out. It was with Brett. He had just kind of come on the scene, and we met for the first time the day before the first show. And we kind of got to know him over that time. But fast forward to now, and he's one of my best friends. Him and his wife and their dog Charlie and future little baby Kissel.
That's right.
Is they're family to me. So when I got the call from him asking me to come out on the road with him to celebrate his first number one and kind of just go across the country with him, I was ecstatic. And every day is a new adventure, and every day he kind of tries to pull little pranks, and he tries to keep things interesting, which it's never a dull moment with Brett Kissel, I'll tell you that.
And the nicest guy as well.
The nicest guy I've ever met in my entire life, yeah.
So I was doing a little bit of show prep on you this morning, and I came across, you've probably seen this before, but my first time singing, I don't know if you remember this. Hang on a sec. Do you remember that?
No.
How old were you back in 2010?
So I actually was 13 when this happened.
I want to hear more of this. Hang on. Jordan McIntosh doing a Carrie Underwood cover.
Yeah, I'll let you know. That was in the key of Carrie Underwood, just to let you guys know. I was 13, and that was like my go-to song. I sang that everywhere. But you know what, though? That was back in the days when I was doing lots of competitions,
right.
And I won every single competition I did with that song.
Wow.
So
you did a great job on that, man.
Well, thank you. I left it up on there just because in case people want to watch it for some reason. But yeah,
I had to throw that.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Jordan McIntosh on the show this afternoon. Jordan, a couple of your bandmates here. Introduce us, and what are you going to sing?
Yeah, we got Connor and we have Chris. They're out on their. It's not my full band. They're part of the band, but they I picked them to come out on the road and come celebrate this on this tour with me. And we're going to do a song. This is actually going to be the next single. It's kind of I've been giving people a nice sneak peek of this. We've been doing it every night at the show, and the funniest thing about this one is that by the end of the last chorus, I look out into the audience and people, they're hearing the song for the very first time and they're trying to sing along.
Cool.
Which I think is a very good sign. So it's a summer song. It's all about driving around with your friends, sing along to the radio, and usually there's that one friend, usually a girl. All she wants to do is she wants to like go out top of the sunroof. She just wants to dance up through the sunroof and feel the wind in her hair. And I think that's I know tons of girls that like to do that. So this is what it's called. This is Sunroof.
All right, Sunroof. And this is on the new album.
Yeah.
Jordan McIntosh live at CFWE. Take it away, guys.
I wanna let that sun shine in. I wanna feel that 45 wind. I wanna mess your blonde hair up. 2 straws and a big golf cup. I got, you got, we got to get going. I know, you know, we ain't slowing down. We ain't slowing down. We got a patch of that blue sky shining down in my car. You're taking one hand pics of us driving and setting them up to the stars. When the radio's on, playing that song, don't take long till your seatbelt's off and you are dancing up through that sunroof. Hey, 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 yeah. Whoa, oh, 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 hey, 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 yeah. Whoa, oh. Ray-Bans and a white tank top, full tank and a gold sun drop, looking out for the cop speed traps. Baby, you like moving fast. No stars too far for us. We're gonna chant that beat, that groove. Hey, gonna crank it up loud. Gonna crank it up loud. We got got a patch of that blue sky shining down in my car. You're taking one-hand pics of us driving, sending them up to the stars. When the radio's on, playing that song, don't take long till your seatbelt's off and you are dancing up through that sunroof. Yeah. I gotta keep my eyes on the road. I got to keep my eyes on the road. 'Cause you make my heart lose control. Yeah, you make my heart lose control. Shining down in my car. You're taking one-hand pics of us driving, sending them up to the stars. When the radio's on, playing that song, don't take long till your seatbelt's off and you are dancing up through that sunroof. Girl, that sunroof, yeah. Whoa, hey, yeah. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Hey, yeah. Whoa, oh, that sunroof.
All right, Jordan McIntosh, the guys at CFWE. That'll be on the debut album for Jordan next year. Wait for that song, I guess. The title of that album, Work in Progress.
Yeah, it is a work in progress, but I'm getting there.
All right, let's talk about the new single. You're promoting that. It's called All About the Girl. Tell us that tune.
All About the Girl is a very fun song that I think is... I was very drawn to it, and I was very excited about it because it's about that moment when you see someone for the first time and you just can't get them out of your heads. Your whole world, all your thoughts surround them, and you'd rather be with them than with your friends. And, it's like a strike of lightning, and it's, so I think it's just something that a lot of people can relate to. I mean, I think everybody at one point in their life has seen someone that instantly caught their attention. So that's what the song is about, and it's a good representation of where the music is going and kind of the style and where it's happening. So it's I'm very excited about this song, and the reception from it has been amazing.
Yeah, people are loving it. Already jumped into the top 50 in Canada. That's pretty sweet, man.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Rob Chubby there told me that yesterday. So, congrats, my friend.
You. That's good information. Thank you.
Congrats on the Airwaves tour opening up for Brett Kissel as well on Friday night in Camrose.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot for coming in, man.
Anytime.
There's Jordan McIntosh and All About the Girl, CFWE.
Train flying off the track. It's a lightning strike in a clear blue sky.